Hey guys, question for you. Uh, what makes you watch certain channels regularly? Uh, I know for me what it is, but I don't know if that's true for everybody else. For me, I'm big on knowledgeable people. Um, People who have a passion for what they're doing. For talking about movies and people who have interesting things that I like, or maybe things that I haven't heard of that I want to go out and get, or maybe I've heard of it, but they get it, and then I say, wow, I'd like that. Everybody's collection is a little different. Some people collect more horror. I'm not a big fan of horror, which is surprising because I used to love it as a kid. When I was a kid, Monster Movie Matinee was huge for me. Every Saturday, man, if there was and Dark Shadows when I was a kid was a show that I would run home to watch in syndication, I guess at that point, or rerun or whatever they were doing. Actually, maybe it was what it was on, because it was like in the '60s, right? Like late '60s. I don't know. I think it was like '70, something like that. I could have even been then. But anyway, the point of the whole thing is, I used to love horror, and I think I've been disillusioned on the slasher stuff. And maybe slasher is the wrong word. What I don't like is the predictable, or it seems like like the Freddy thing and the Jason thing. And the Michael Myers. Michael Myers is the only one of the three that I like. Never really liked Friday the 13th that much. Don't know why. I just didn't really care for it. I like Michael Myers and Halloween, at least the first two. And after that, never was a fan of Freddy. Liked Hellraiser 1. And that's pretty much it. So it's not like I'm against blood. I'm not. I'm not against some gore. But if it seems like that's the whole point of the movie, and it's just how many different ways can we kill people creatively, how many ways can I slit them open or sneak up on them and stab them in the back or get a chainsaw after them. I like more of the classic stuff. The Invisible Man to me is a classic horror movie. Creature from the Black Lagoon. And I know those old black and whites. Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein. Said it before. So, go back to my topic. I digress. And I'll do that from time to time. Ask anybody who works with me. I'll tell you I'll digress as good as anybody. Why do you watch? So for me, it's the passion. It's interesting to see their different collections. Some horror, some Criterion, some Arrow, some modern stuff, more modern films that are out now. People, a lot of people get the latest releases when they come out. Always interesting to see those, and I'll get some of those. I kind of all over the board. I like music, so I have a lot of music concert stuff because I find that's very rewatchable. I can pop in 10 minutes of a concert and really enjoy it, or one song that I've been wanting to see and hear. I do that quite often, actually. But I also love movies. I got a big stack of stuff to show you in another video that I'm going to do. So why do you watch the channels you watch? And then, I've got whatever I've got. I don't know. I guess I should know how many subscribers I have, but I don't know. What's more important to me than how many subscribers I have, because I don't really know what the point of that is, quite frankly. I guess it's a tally sheet or something. I don't plan on making money from YouTube. Unless a plane crashes through my house in one of my videos, I don't think I'm going to get 1 million views. And even then, I'm not so sure I would. So, I'm not looking to make money from YouTube at all. I've always made my videos for one reason, and that was to share my passion for movie collecting with people who have the same passion, who hopefully would share their passion with me, either through their own videos or hopefully through comments on my videos. It's like anything else you do. It's like my job as an HR manager. I like to think I do a good job. I like to think I do it the right way. When I terminate somebody, I think I do it with understanding and class. And my motto is, because we're terminating you doesn't make you a bad person. You may have done something that the company policy says we can't tolerate, even if you steal from us. And I fired somebody who stole from us recently. Stealing like a $200 item, trying to sneak it out in a trash can. Go figure. He's not an evil person, though. He made a bad mistake a couple of times, but he still made a bad mistake. It doesn't mean he's a bad person. I told him, I said, I hope if I see you on the street, you don't turn the other way and be embarrassed. I mean, you still did good work for us while you were here. You're still a good person. You made a bad mistake, and we can't tolerate it. And we can't obviously continue to employ you. But don't feel like you're a criminal. Don't feel like you've done something, you know, that you can't rebound from. Go out and get another job, man. Go get another job. Hold your head high. We're not going to badmouth you, but learn from it. Don't not learn from this. Don't go out and do it again. So, anyway, you know, I try to have that in my HR world. I digress again, but you know, I want the feedback. So in my job, I want to know. Like I had to do a termination today. Sadly, it was a 15-year veteran, and she had been a good employee, but she's getting older, and I think that might have been part of it. She was physically challenged to continue to do it. It was a physical job, physically challenged to be on her feet and lift and do some of the things she had to do. So that was sad. I mean, who wants to fire someone who's been with you for 15 years? And unfortunately, we didn't have another job, or we would have put her in another job. We didn't have anything to give her. I told her I'd keep her in mind if anything comes open, but we don't have a lot of turnover, so it's a tough one. But I like to be recognized, and I like to, I make these videos, and I like to have some level of recognition. I don't mean praise. I'm not looking for praise for the video, but some interaction. You know, even if it's like, hey man, I didn't like your video because I thought your opinion on this movie was wrong. I love that stuff. I mean, I'm certainly not always right. In anything. Ask my wife, she'll tell you. And my wife is great, don't get me wrong. But, you know, she's the closest person to me, so she's going to see my good and my bad. And she still married me. So on my channel, what I'm looking for is feedback, conversation, comments. And so that's the other question. So the first question is, why do you watch the channels you watch regularly? What are you looking for? Is it, glitzy presentation? You like a sharply edited video? You like something with, because, you can do a lot with lighting. I can backlight my face, and although in my case, I think, the less the better. But, I can side light, front light, whatever I want to do. Some people have real slick backgrounds. The Flick channel, Flick Pick, he does a great job with, and I have a lighting like that over here. I just don't use it. I have lighting like that behind my television, the LED lights. That would be cool, and the way you backlight. And I've seen somebody else who had like a black backdrop and only lit themselves, so you got just whole black background behind you. You can do that with a black thick sheet. I happen to have one over here. I could do that, but I'm not sure that's. I like some of that. Don't get me wrong. I like when there's a picture-to-picture sometimes and stuff pops up, and but more than that, for me, I'm drawn to people who, like I say, are passionate. Who I do like to see the actual movie. So if someone's talking about, and I've done both. But for me, when someone's talking about the Alfred Hitchcock Masterpiece Collection, it means something to me that they're holding it in their hand. I don't know why, and I like to see when they look at their copy. This may be a peculiarity of mine, but I like to see when they look at it and they hold it, with some sort of reverence, if that makes sense. When there's pride and it's they're careful with it, and I can see that they have the same kind of respect for the media that I do, and I enjoy that. I enjoy when they hold it up and they show me that they respect that more than if they show me a video of it, or even more than showing me videos from the movies, though I sometimes like clips. But the people I watch the most, I watch Aaron Pin a lot. I watch pretty much everything he does, and sadly, I say I like comments. I don't always comment on everything I watch, but I usually watch his stuff, sometimes more than once. So if you're not subscribed to Aaron Pin, Aaron, Aaron, space Pynn, I watch him a lot. I watch WrestleManiac 1130, Blu-ray Maniac 1130, Criterion Maniac 1130, whatever the. I know he watches my channel too, but he rarely comments. I comment on his from time to time. He has sent me a private message saying he watches me a lot, and I appreciate that. So I watch him because he's got just a quirkiness about him. I'll watch Logan Toxic. If you haven't seen Logan, he's got this rap thing going on that I just enjoy. He got some good songs, whether it be about Criterion or anything else. I'm assuming he makes them all up. They're all pretty funny. So if you haven't checked out Logan Toxic, Space in the Middle, he's worth checking out. There's lots of them. Cinemaniac 77. Donnie's just got this incredible collection. I don't know how, as much stuff as he's got a room probably 3 times the size of this filled with stuff, whereas I've got like a couple of shelves here. As much as he's got, and as much as this thing is like overwhelming, this collection, people send him more, sometimes for free. It's amazing. I guess they want to add to his collection, see how big they can get it. So I watch him a lot, and I didn't mean this to become a shout out video, but these are all people I watch for different reasons. Donnie I watch because I find him to be interesting. He's got a good insight into his movies. I watch Puck Bond, and I can't remember, probably 007. Puck Bond 007, I think is his name. He's really interesting. He knows a lot about movies, as does Aaron. WrestleManiac 1130 is just out of control. He's buying like 90 a week. It's amazing. But they're all interesting to me for different reasons. So why do you watch who you watch? What makes you comment? What caused you to, okay, I'm going to type now? Because I get a lot of views, but I don't always get a lot of comments. And I would like to, because part of what I'm doing is to try to get that interaction going. Send me a private message, respond to me. Hopefully I respond to most things. I know I've been negligent at times, but if someone says, nice vid, good pickups, I don't always say, hey, thanks. But thanks. Thanks for watching, and thanks for commenting. The ones that are easier for me to comment on are when someone says, hey, what'd you think of this movie? Or have you seen that movie? Or, yeah, I didn't like the ending of that movie in particular. Or why do you like that particular Criterion movie that you picked up? Or what's going to be in your next, what are you going to pick up next? Or, what are you interested in that's coming out? Those types of questions, that type of interaction I really enjoy. So those are the 2 questions: who you watch and why. Or I don't care who you watch necessarily, but if there's somebody out there you really like, let me know. But more importantly, why do you watch them? Why do you watch them? Why do you look for their updates more than you look for other people's? And anything else you want to tell me, or you want to write about, or drop me a line on that tells me, what. So I guess what I'm looking for is, what can I do differently that would get more comments? Because I like that. That's my favorite part of this. I like making the videos. I enjoy it. I enjoy collecting. I enjoy sharing what I've got. And yeah, there's something to be said for someone saying, hey, that's really cool pickup. So don't stop doing that. I just may not always respond to every single one of those. If I respond to 2 or 3 of them, but it doesn't mean I don't appreciate it, because I do. I appreciate the guys who watch the girls who watch my videos on a regular basis. Thank you for that. Give me some tips, hints. What would you like to see? What don't you want to see? And that will help me to hopefully do a better job. And introduce me to, to what you're doing. If you have a channel and I haven't subscribed to you, let me know. If you've got some stuff you think I might be interested in seeing, let me know. Oh, Collector of Stuff's another guy, Monty. I don't want to leave Monty out. And Feligar 517. Oh, there's so many. I hate to leave anybody out, but there's just a lot of people out there that I watch. Absolute Sublime one. I watch a lot of his. He's got interesting things where he tastes wine and tastes food, and yeah, so that's good stuff. All right, guys, that's it. I've rambled enough. Thanks for sticking with me for the almost 15 minutes now that I've been rambling on, but hopefully I made my point, and you can answer this and respond, and let me know, because I'm really curious, and hopefully other people will be curious. I'll title this something, hopefully, where people will watch it and want to respond. All right, guys, that's it for now. Talk to you soon.